Superman Eddie Hall has muscled his way into the history books by deadlifting a knee-crunching world record half a ton at Leeds Arena, but he says it almost killed him.
It feels good, feels very surreal. Obviously, you know, it's a very out-of-body moment experience when you do something like that, but it feels really, really good to prove people that said it couldn't be done, that, you know, I've done it. It's great to prove people wrong.
Did it actually cross your mind that it couldn't be done?
Of course, you know. Anyone can say they're going to do something, but it's the actions that count, you know. I was confident, very confident, but you know, there's always that unknown until you start lifting. You just don't know. I pulled it quick. You know, there's more in the tank. I don't know how much more, but there's definitely more in the tank.
In Europe, it feels absolutely amazing. I was third in 2012. I was in really good shape that year, and since then I've been plagued with a lot of injuries. Almost thought about giving up last year as well. So to come back after all that and win, I am absolutely over the moon. I've got world's strongest man in a month's time. So it'll be straight back into training, focus on kind of just recovering really, getting myself as fresh as possible for that, and then I'll have a little bit of time off after Worlds, and then we'll focus on next year.
Superman Eddie Hall has muscled his way into the history books by deadlifting a knee-crunching world record half a ton at Leeds Arena, but he says it almost killed him.
Never have I been in front of a crowd like this in Leeds. This was the most amazing event that we've seen in the history of Strongman. Sometimes we compete in front of 100, 200 people. This is 10,000. Eddie Hall went for the 500 kilos and smashed it out of the park. 3 world records was set by Benny, Eddie, and Jerry Pritchett. What a great competition to decide who is going to be your strongest man. Unfortunately, one of my favorites, Hafthor Bjornsson, was unseated today by a guy who told me a year or two ago that he was going to be the best. He was ready to retire. Lawrence Chalet stepped up. He went through 5 grueling events in about 5 hours and became the strongest man.
Hang on a minute, you're telling me we've not seen the end of that amount of poundies that you're...
I'm not saying I'm going to ever do that deadlift ever again. That nearly killed me. It really, you know, the pressure on my body was surreal. Absolutely surreal. I passed out after, you know, I had nosebleeds. It's not healthy. It's definitely not healthy doing something like that, but I've done it. I think it'll be in the history books for a long, long time. I don't want to do it again, but if it comes to the point where somebody breaks it, hell, you know, I may just
it will
pull out
be in
the
the history books forever, because you're the first man to ever lift half a ton.
Yeah. You know, it's that great feeling. It's the first man on the moon, the first man to run a mile in under 4 minutes, and now it's the first man to lift half a ton. It is history, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
And how's this going to feel on Monday morning when you wake up and you look back at the weekend?
You know, something like this genuinely doesn't kick in for a good 2 or 3 weeks. You know, it's literally like tomorrow it's my son's birthday party. We've got loads of friends and family coming around. I'll just enjoy that as though nothing's ever happened. You know, just get on with life. It's just one of those things, very surreal. Just get on with it. I'm happy I've done it, but hell, just get on with it.
If you could lift half a ton, you have done, or you could be the world's strongest man, which would you rather be?
If I could lift half a ton, I'd be the world's strongest man. It's a close one. I think I would rather be the world's strongest man. To have that title it's the ultimate title. I think it's better than the fastest man on the planet. It's better than the cleverest man on the planet. To be the strongest man on the planet, that is a title that every male on the planet wants to hold.
All right,
it's the ultimate.
So you've still got a dream?
Of course.
Now, you've told people you lift half a ton, they didn't believe you. Can you be the world's strongest man?
Of course, you know, the world's strongest man is my goal, it's my dream. And I will push the limits until I get that dream. It's going to happen.
I think it's unbelievable lift, and it's not will be easy for somebody lift 500 1 kilogram or two, because it's at this time it is a very, very high result, and I'm happy that I was here and I saw this lift.
It was disappointing for us that you weren't competing tonight, but will you be fit enough for World's Strongest Man?
No, for this year I can't compete. I need to recover, and I hope to back next year.